And we go again. Maybe new ship. Win a run without Dizzy Rigs or Parry. Win 10 runs to unlock this ship. Artemis comes with shield and evade on turn 1. Could play on hardest. Take a downside on boot sequence. Events are harder. Start with a brittle cockpit so you take double damage. Start with 50% of your hull missing. Most enemies are harder. Okay, well, sure. I think I'm going to play with the basic ship in that case. And cards use shard as a resource. An alchemist. Okay, I'm going to take evasion, attacks, and whatever the heck this is. Start me up. Lose a max shield, gain a debris, lose 2 max hull. I'll lose 1 max shield. They all sound bad. Replace warp prep with a boss artifact. 2 random cards get upgraded to type A. 2 random cards upgraded to type A is pretty good. But so is warp prep getting replaced with a great boss artifact if possible. This is like the gamble option. This is the sensible option. Let's go with the gamble option. Okay, at the start of combat, gain 1 power drive. Is this Lee Carvalho's golf challenge? Power drive is added as extra damage on all attacks. On the second turn of combat, your enemy gets stronger too. I think it's an interesting idea. So we want to do as much damage as possible. Power drive. One shield, lose 1 shard. If you don't have enough, this action does not happen. So I'm assuming we need something that will gain a shard. Multi-shot goes crazy. Imagine not having a shard. Listen, brother. I'm out here doing what I can, okay? Put a crystal shard in your hand. It gives you a shard and the draw. Okay, so it's kind of like 1 energy draw card. I understand. I think we got to slow play this guy. I understand you're raising your shield and applying a status effect to yourself. That irritates me, for sure. We're powering ourselves up so we can do some stuff in the future. We need 1 evasion here. That's beautiful. 1 shield and 3 damage. Start with your multi-shot. Mage shot. Draw shot. How about a 0 damage attack? Doesn't exist. It's the first fight. He's already half health. Most sensible reader on history. I said on history. My argument is invalid. On hardest difficulty, you start with 50% of your hull missing, brother. Go back to the grade 10 literacy test. Don't care, didn't ask. Plus, you're from Timmins, Ontario. You see the TikTok, which is guy from the poop deli tries to order at the normal deli, and it's all the guys going, yeah, can I get everything bagel scooped in? Can I get about a ½ pound of poop on top of it? And then the guys start laughing in the background. It's so good. Yo, let me get a poppy seed bagel, scooped, bacon, egg, and cheese, ketchup, a little bit of poop on top, arugula, and put it on the grill. He was ready. I know you have a Google Doc full of stuff that has been sent to me on Twitter. Attack for 3 damage, must have played 4 cards this turn. That's hard. Adds 2 damage to all attacks. That's hard. It's expensive. Block 1 and then use up to 2 shards to block for more. I gotta be honest with you. I'm skipping. I'm scared. Can I get you anything? I think we always know that we like to remove basic strikes, basic blocks, and oftentimes basic movement as well. Not fighting them? No, I raise the difficulty. We change one variable at a time. You're going to get kicked out of the Royal Society. Isaac Newton is not going to respect you. Okay, move 2 to the side, do 2 damage, goes insane. To be honest, I feel like, maybe you just be a coward, play scramble, and get yourself to not lose any hull integrity. Now, you're not doing anything, which is fancy. You're putting up a shield. We don't care. We don't care about that. Give me a draw. Crystal Shard in the hand. Play it. I would love to play a scramble, I would, but instead I'm stuck with the basic dodge. I'll pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today, I will. Lunge, not really what I'm looking for here. Now, well, no, it puts us too much in harm's way with no stuns. We got a brittle cockpit. You got to be concerned about that. We kind of need movement. Any chance we draw a scramble? There is a chance. There is a chance. We did not draw a scramble. This is going to suck a lot. I have to move 1 to the left. Moving 1 to the left means we take 4 damage. I'm just going to level with you. I'm not playing 1 shield. We take 4 damage instead of 6. I had 1 energy left. That's bad. Crystal Shard. 3 damage. Sure, sure. Realistically, I think we need to have our evasion ready for the future. It's an issue as well. I need to draw a lunge, please. We're not pleased. We're not pleased, I'll tell you that much, but ooh, I can't really do much, but it's the thought that counts. Two evasion. Do me a favor, we're not going to be able to afford a scramble when we draw it. How about 1, 2, 3, basic block? I lived! Two to the side. 2 to the side. Scramble. No, kill them. He's a genius. 1 hull. We're still alive. Adds 1 damage to all attacks, lose 1 hull. A lot of reasons we're not going to play that. Move 2 spaces to the left. Lose a shard. To gain 2 shards. Am I correct? 2 spaces to the left, lose a shard to gain 2 shards. Okay, I mean, we gotta try. I have to fight the elite, that's bad. What are you doing? You're applying a status of... You're like the dodge. Yeah, you dodge. I know you. Unpolished crystal. Crystal shard. We don't even have any evasion. You know, we've learned we have to play scramble whenever it appears. Okay. 2 damage. Definitely want to stay in this position. You're gonna attack us back. Okay, that's the problem. You attack from your cannon. I move, then I multi-shot. I drink and I know things. That was a big save. This turn, we can go crazy on you. I guess it's not the worst thing. It does cost us an energy, though, to get into this position. Might just chill on this instead. Okay. You're gonna fire back at me, so you must be careful. I'm going to move first. And then just kill in time. Safety override. It's perfect timing. Draw an attack. Looks like I own you. Holy! I think we're gonna need draw. I don't think hand cannon. I don't think I can rely on it right now. I need to stay alive. At the start of combat, gain a glissade. Instantly move 2 spaces to the right or left. We're gonna take that. Now, I'm sorry. You cannot. I can't take a heal. Because the heal is like, it raises our y-intercept, but it so drastically lowers the slope. Nah, you guys are crazy. I'm not gonna fight the shopkeeper. Check the fight. No, you got it all. You change one variable at a time. If we were gonna try the fight, we would have tried the fight right there. Okay? We're now like we have the endowment effect. This run means something to me. I'm gonna try to keep it alive. This is where I tune out chat. The Type B viewers have taken over. I'm entering my mind palace. 2 crystal shards in your draw pile. Spend the crystal, gain 3 crystals. Removing trash is still pretty good. You can always remove trash. And then hopefully the event doesn't kill me. Oh, it's not an event, it's a relic. Enemy cockpits start with weak. You may remove 2 cards at repair yards. Oh, baby. Now hopefully you don't kill me. This is why we took the glissade, okay? Moves us 2 to the side. Well, I think we might as well start with the draw. Now I have too many cards to know what's happening. I think you play a scramble. Move 1, dump your Corrupted Core and say, you know what? Not the best turn of all time, but we're alive. You're going to give me a card no matter where I am. Now that's very unfortunate. Crystal in hand. Draw a card. Multi-shot's a big one. So you're going to fill my deck with Detritus. That's highly unfortunate. But we'll always have the Glizzy. It gives us heat. Find the play, because we're not gaining heat from anything else. This shoots nothing. Scramble me. Move me. It's a war of attrition. Okay, we gotta be pretty perfect on this one. That has to get played. Draw me, and then a multi-shot. That's perfect. It would go crazy to kill you next turn. We're so back. Another unpolished crystal. 2 extra energy once. I can't say no to that right now. Okay, an elite fight. Honestly, just living through the first floor would be kind of impressive in my opinion, but what do I know? Now this one we really got to get out of the frickin' way. Start with some draw. I think you're going to have to It's like we're closer to dodging this way. Okay, I think it's got to be... Let's work this out. Lunge is two... It's not two free movement. If it's the same multi-shot. Glizzy. I think we play Unpolished Crystal. Play the Crystal Shard. Extra battery. I couldn't have asked for much more than this. Move 2, lose a crystal, gain 2 crystals. It's a dream come true. Scramble. Multi-shot. Glizzy. Bank 1 evasion. Okay. Now, unfortunately, we used a staggering amount of evasion to make it happen. We have 1 shield. I gotta be honest with you, I think we're cooked. We're not gonna kill you on this turn. 3, well, let me think about it. 3. No, it'd be 4. How much you got? 16, 4, 6. We can do 14 damage to you. In that case, we can put up 2 shield. That's not enough. 2 dodge. Not enough. Well, this is how we go out then. See you in hell. I think it was a reasonable try, considering that was our first time on that difficulty. Well, like, normal was easy. Hard was easy. Harder was easy. Hardest actually seems hard. Now, here's what you do, okay? You run the default squad. Maybe you throw in a little Drake in there. You run the default ship. And then now we try to fight the shopkeeper early. Go ahead and lose 1 max shield again. I'm gonna upgrade a card this time and give me the super EMP slug. And we'll fight the shopkeeper early. It's nice to be able to dodge on turn 1, because you can do like this. I was gonna say like we could move 2, shoot you, and then you'll be stunned, but why don't we just shoot you and move out of the way, save 1 evasion instead? Sometimes you gotta use your brain. Sometimes. Not all the time. Scramble, or you get a heat sink dodge. Heat sink dodge is kind of the same thing. Can't play anything. I could gain 2 heat for no reason. Come on. That's what we want to see. EMP slug, but then we would take some serious damage. Scramble. I guess you... Scramble, move 1. It bothers me. Just put yourself in a position where I can hit you easily, please. We're drawing EMP next turn. Just get to a position where I can attack. Ah! Okay, thank God we had 1 more attack in hand. A charge beam goes insane. You get charge beam, you upgrade it, you keep your deck thin. But I don't want to fight the shopkeeper now. I have the endowment effect. I don't want to fight the shopkeeper because now I'm like, that's a great card. It was 1 fight. Yeah, but I got the crazy, I got brimstone, bro. I got mom's knife. We eat this 1 damage. Now you're gonna pay. Honestly, you're gonna pay. It's the high of winning. Exactly. It's about power. We stay hungry, we devour. Come on. I understand now why Spider-Man 2 is the most popular video game on the planet. People just want to see predictable outcomes. They don't want to see greatness. Greatness is terrifying because it makes you think, what if you could do it too? What they want to see is they want to see me click on the last button against the shopkeeper and get destroyed. And then they want to give out 5 gifted subscriptions and then go to sleep and go to IKEA. And have you seen Fight Club? This movie changed the way I think about the world, okay? It's a foregone conclusion. You know what's going to happen when you go see the Marvels. Nick Fury's going to show up. His eye is going to be like healed or something like that. And then another cat is going to scratch out his other eye. And you're going to be like, whoa, okay. Why don't we aim for something a little bit better than that, okay? Thank you, Librarian, for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. You can get a little preview of what the Librarian's working on just based on the gifted subscriptions. They must be working on an NL anti-Spider-Man 2 compilation right now. That's my guess. So true. Soul Red. I already did the Game Awards video. That's crazy. Wasn't I just talking about that yesterday? Yes, that's insane. Ever tell you about the fact that on Twitch, if you're a partner, you have to give Twitch 24-hour exclusivity to the content that you make. So if I stream, no content from that stream is supposed to go to YouTube on my channel for 24 hours from the point that I made it. After that, it's fair game. Librarian has a competitive advantage. They don't have to play by the terms of endearment. They can just go out here and be like, and I'm happy for you. I'm not trying to insult you or saying that you should respect the window for a contract you didn't even sign. I'm just saying that's crazy. Didn't they change that? I don't know. I don't follow industry news, honestly. I'm just living my life. But in 2014, that's what it was like. X equals your heat. Move to the right or left at your level of heat. Honestly, I've never used it. Let's give it a chance. Industry news, it's your job? That's why I'm so fucking confused that you know that they changed it. Why the hell did you hear about that? Please tell me your ass is not following Dexerto on Twitter if you work as like a CPA or something like that. That's just embarrassing. Please tell me you don't know the ingredient list of Pokemon's new cookies versus the cookies that they sell at Costco, which have a similar name. I'm just, I'm asking as a friend. I do, but I'm a food scientist. Do you agree that restaurants would be yummier if the health department chilled out a little bit? No? How could they not be yummier? I'm not saying it would be safer. It would obviously be more dangerous. Like, that's a given. What are you gonna do? You're doing nothing. But it might be tastier. Mold and rat poop? Well, if I ran a restaurant, I simply wouldn't serve rat poop to my customers no matter what. But if like a really good steak fell on the floor, I might rinse it off, depending on how good the marbling is. It's what I would do at home probably. If I bought a steak from the store, I mean, beef's expensive these days. That might be like, you know, 30 bucks. There's no way I'm throwing that shit in the compost bin. That's going in the sink and then it's going in the cast iron. Tomo, it's getting a little crazy here, okay? What is the health department doing to stop yummy food? The chef de cuisine isn't able to do isn't able to focus as much on their passion, which is cooking yummy food. They're busy making sure their sink gets up to exactly 71 degrees Celsius of hot water so that the restaurant doesn't get shut down for 2 weeks. I'm just saying, I should be able to get a scooped poop bagel, okay? Tomo, I'm sorry. I have to sequester you, okay? Go to the Ponderosa. I would like to not take this damage. Bro made up a health regulation? No, you can Google, like, Fraser Health department closures, and you can look at all the restaurants that have been closed. Spoilers, there's a lot of great restaurants on there. Some of them are like really bad. Some of them is like rat droppings everywhere. But then like some of them are like sink temperature not adequate. And I'm like, brother, come on. You're really gonna ruin a dude's dream just because his sink wasn't getting hot enough? Maybe they do the dishes with like a kettle or something like that. I don't know. They do not? They could. You've had salmonella? Health department didn't do shit about that one, brother. That's exactly my point. You're making my point for me. Health department, when a restaurant sink is 1 degree Celsius below mandated temperature, your business is ruined. Health department, when HelloFresh is shipping meat in cardboard boxes with like 2 ice packs in there that then sit on apartment building floors before the owner picks them up because they're at work for like 12 hours after the thing's been in the fucking truck for 12 hours too. I sleep. Mega -2. I know you own HelloFresh stock. I know you're a big investor in the DAX. Yes, it's a German company. Look it up. Tomo. Okay, how am I not going to take damage? I'm going to take damage. We can move to the side. We can move to the side once more, and we can put up 2 shield. It's as good as it gets. I want to hit you. I don't really want to take extra hull damage as a result, but I guess, oh, you probably should have done like a block shot first. You do what you can. Okay, stun me? But if I stun you, I can't freaking move, bro! I work for FedEx loading those boxes. It's much worse than you think. It's shedding like crazy, man. I believe that. You know, I used to live in an apartment building. You would see HelloFresh boxes. Like when I saw them, it was not like I saw the delivery guy like walking into the building and putting it on the ground. I would see them whenever I happened to go down to the lobby. So they might have been there for a minute, they might have been there for 6 hours. And then most people picked them up. Sometimes it would be like you'd come down to check your mail like the next day and the box would still be there. And you'd be like, you're running the numbers on that and you're like, okay, there's like ground chicken in there. So they can't afford to get you ground beef. And you're like, it's in the cardboard box with the melted ice packs. It was probably out for delivery for like a few hours. I don't even know when it was packed at the distribution center, but then from the distribution center, they shipped it to the FedEx, and then the FedEx loaded it onto a truck, which probably took several hours, and then the truck delivered them, which probably took them like all day. Yours might have been delivered first, it might have been delivered last, who knows? I guess you're not planning on any more HelloFresh sponsorships? I haven't done a single HelloFresh sponsorship. I'm one of the greatest HelloFresh haters of all time. Was it Kate then? Yeah. She can live her own life. Have you turned them down? Like they're in the mentions like Raid Shadow Legends. Every 2 days they're like, I know you didn't want to do it yesterday, but how about tomorrow at yesterday's price? And I'm like, you need to read The Art of the Deal. You will not catch me. Maybe it makes more sense for Generation Z. For me personally, I got no problem going to the grocery store, paying less for food, cooking whatever I want, instead of like, hey, for some reason we're making quesadillas, but we're putting ground chicken in them. It doesn't even taste good. It doesn't even make any damn sense. I'll just buy my own food. I don't wish the company ill. I just don't understand why it exists. I was never taught cooking and I don't know what to look for while shopping. Okay, like, no disrespect. How old are you? There's still time. You might live on this earth for another 55 years, maybe longer. Let's start learning that stuff now so that when you're 30, 40, 50, 60, you got the tools in the toolbox so you're not sucking on the HelloFresh teat at great personal expense for the next half century. No one taught me how to do that shit either. You know what? I've got many embarrassing memories. Asking my mom as like a 17-year-old how you cook canned soup. I'm going to die, by the way. There's nothing I can do to save myself. My heat is simply too high. Get me out of town. I'll give you the spoilers for canned soup. The spoiler for canned soup is you open the can and heat it up. You can do almost you could do it in the sun if you wanted to. It would take you a long time. You could pour it in a bowl and then put it in the microwave for 2 minutes. And if it's not, what if it's not cooked after 2 minutes? They cooked it at the factory. What you're asking is, what if it's not warm after 2 minutes? Then, this will blow your mind. You put it in for another minute or so. And then if it's still not hot, you just kind of repeat that till it's good to go. Or you could put it in a pot. You could cook it on the stove. What setting do I put the burner at? It really doesn't matter. The only variable you're changing is time. You're just getting, you apply heat to canned soup until it bubbles, and then turn the heat down, stir, and pour in a bowl. You've changed my world. How do you make a souffle? Bro, HelloFresh is not having you make a souffle. Don't be ridiculous. I don't know why I said it like that. Don't be ridiculous. Can't you just put the can on the stove? I can't tell you why you can't, but I think you shouldn't. I don't know if it's aluminum that is built to withstand the rigors of a stove. There's plastic lining inside. Yeah, don't do that. Don't put the can on the stove. A couple HelloFresh meals had me in a 15-step process. Not my ass, like, hey, it says it takes 20 minutes. Step 1, preheat the oven. That takes 20 minutes by itself. And then they're like, we gave you semolina flour. What you're going to do is like mix the semolina flour with like 3 tablespoons of water and work it into like a fucking dough. And I'm like, brother, if I want to, this pizza is costing me like $19 and I got to make it myself. At that point, I'd rather just get Domino's. It's getting a little ridiculous. When you lived in the sticks, would people burn cardboard and plastic? Yes. And maybe this is an insane take. Burning plastic smells horrible, but burning cardboard smells so fucking good. Just in general, like, there's something about like burning garbage that actually smells nice. Not as nice as wood. It smells good, man. You have a brain worm? No, it's got like a little... I haven't smelled it in like 20 years, but I used to live in like, the woods, basically. You would step out on like a November night and be like, somebody's, the Harrisons 1 kilometer down the road must be burning a dumpster full of garbage again. Anyway, we should slash a marker here. Kingston's not the woods. I never lived in Kingston as a kid. I only say Kingston because I lived in the woods surrounding it. We're not the same. I know your ass went to KCVI. You had vegetables in your high school cafeteria. Not us. Oh, let me guess. You went to LaSalle? I wish I went to LaSalle. In my dreams, I went to LaSalle, okay? I lived on a damn gravel road. It gets worse than that. You could live on a dirt road, but like there's not that many of those in existence anymore. I lived on a gravel road. You know what it's like to learn how to bike on a gravel road? It's insanity. I don't even want to know what it did to cars. Did you have to walk uphill both ways to school? No. I had to wake up at like 6:15 a.m. to take the school bus for like 50 minutes. The school wasn't even really that far away. It was like a 20-minute drive, but it took 50 minutes because they had to get all the kids in the catchment that were in like orbit around the school. Anyway, slash marker, Cobalt Core.